Breaking news now on KCAL News at 10. Night 2 of the curfew in downtown LA as police try to get control of immigration protests and protesters.
We are on night 6 of the protests, and already tonight we've seen multiple arrests. The LAPD police hauling away people who ignored the 8 p.m. curfew deadline. And that curfew is still in effect till 6 a.m. in this 1 square mile section of downtown LA where the protests have been focused.
KCAL's Gio Insignares live tonight in downtown LA where those arrests happened tonight. So Gio, are the streets clear where you are then?
Susie, Juan, good evening to you both. Incredibly clear, in fact. That curfew seems to be working right now. Not much going on right here on 1st and Broadway. In fact, I'll pan over to you right now and you just notice how empty it is. In just the last half hour, a number of LAPD officers we saw leave the area. That's the second time we've seen that in just the last hour. So it speaks to the grander scene that we're keeping an eye on out here. On that note, if we can, we want to take you to some video from the ground and from the air. You'll see multiple perspectives where a number of people, as you mentioned, were arrested and detained by LAPD. Now, we believe there were at least a dozen arrests, and we believe that it was related to curfew violation. We're working to confirm an exact number for you, and of course, a reason behind the arrests. But later in the night, we watched as LAPD moved out from that area where those arrests were happening, first in Hill Street, and saw multiple buses and vans filled with people who looked like they were detained by officers. That was a particularly active moment earlier in the evening. But again, we'll bring you back out live here to 1st and Broadway in downtown. Not a lot of people, a few cars and some traffic still making its way through, but overall, not really much to keep an eye on. We saw multiple units already leave the area, including here and in other spots as we've walked around, but so far it looks like that curfew is working to the effect that's been intended by the leaders who put it in place. Reporting now from downtown LA, I'm Gio Insignares, KCAL News.
All right, Gio, thank you so much.